Hello everyone, my name is Jansi Kalpala. This is market research proposal for the electronic health records, and the subject is marketing research and consumer behavior and California Intercontinental University. The agenda or the introduction of this presentation is like what is the EHR and the overview of the problem, objectives and target audiences, reflect the estimated timeline and cost, discusses the ethical considerations and demonstrate the further considerations. First, the objective of the overview of the EHR. EHR is the basically electronic health record, which is like gathering the data of the patient, and it's stored into the data format, and it contains all the information regarding the patient health record, hospital visitations, medications taking, and clinical information, and much beyond that. It is all stored in the digital format. The basic There are so many benefits regarding this EHR. It is like it enhances the patient care and is the faster, and it provides the patient availability data availability more. So the biggest challenges it is like right now in the HR implementation is like security, interoperability, and value-based care. The final one is the clinical informatics. If we go one by one, uh, the first one is like data safety and security. The biggest issue is like when how the data securely stored and retrieved. The extensive research and past data support have provided that EHR is more open to the cybercrime and data discrepancies. So, keeping in this mind, strategic managers, healthcare system are questioned about how they tackle the security issues while implementing the EHR system. The second issue is interoperability. So if you see that staffs have limited access to various web-based applications and sites, and their web usage is also restricted in many healthcare organizations. So in this regard, technology and strategy need to be more comprehensive so that the development of functional interoperability enhances. So keeping this area under coverage, the healthcare providers and staff to be asked how they will manage this interoperability system to support effective EHR implementation. The third one is like value-based care. In this, healthcare reimbursement from volume to value will directly impact the effectiveness of the EHR system. So in this regard, we need to take an interviews from the CIOs and CEOs. The final one is the clinical information informatics. So in this regard, the technical team need to be more robust and should support clinicians in performing their job by mitigating their technical issues. This will help in the development of the future strategy steps in developing the robust EHR system so that the stakeholders and participation is enhanced considerably, and its proficient documentation in electronic records will reduce additional data misuse. In this slide, we are talking about for this proposal, there are different types of data collection, which is like primary and the secondary data collection. The secondary data collection is qualitative data collection where it is already existed data, which is previously done by somebody else, and it is stored in the websites or you can get from the books and other online sources and the library resources. So the primary data collection, which is like called quantitative data collection, which is directly done by through the interview, survey questions, and from the directly from the employees. It is the most of the time, and it's from our one-on-one interviews. So here for that secondary data collection, if you see that it is like less expensive, and because most of the researchers the data is already available, it is the better way first you go for that whether that data is sufficient for to do the proposal for your research. Then if it is not sufficient, then go for the primary method. For this market research proposal, I collected some of the data, which is like the 50 people, like half male and half female, and after collecting the data, I put it in the different plots. So if you see that it is like age group wise and experience wise, and there are totally 50 people, and in that there are different forms of challenges put in front of them, and we took the survey questions, and based on their responses I put the data interpretation through this pictorial form. So if you see that EHR system helps to provide a secure, efficient and reliable way of registering and maintaining all relevant information. So the agreed and strongly agreed people higher percentage, and also there are developing EHS standards will help in healthcare reform and health information on the organization. So if you see that EHS standards will help in better healthcare reform, correct, that agree. So agree and strongly agree is like again highest percentage. The other issues like interoperability is the key challenge for to the implement electronic health record system. Yes, that is agreed and strongly agreed people. They said highest rate. So this way we collected the data. For this research, there is a estimated timeline and cost. Approximately it is done. So the estimation of time as well as the cost could be effective for the attainment of the research task. So there are certain research acts that are considered by the investigator to complete the study, named called personal expenses, sampling expenses, data collection, and data analysis cost, like that software tool, which is like a graphical representation of the data. If you continue for this one, it is like uh, the research activity, time, and cost. If you see in the table format, the selection of the research topic timeline is like approximately 3 months, and the cost is will be $500, and sampling expenses is like 4 months, and cost will be $600. Data collection timeline will be 8 months, and the cost will be $1,200. Data analysis method 6 months and $700, and total cost approximately is $3,000, and timeline is 21 months. So ethical considerations. There are certain acts that are considerably by the investigator for elimination the ethical issues. So as we discussed earlier, when collecting the data and presenting the data, we have to follow like Market Research Association, which is an organization. It gives the membership for the researchers. So it has plotted, there are legal rules for the market researchers. That is like how to collect the data when you are collecting the data, how to maintain the data privacy and the confidentiality of the responders, and you should not manipulate the data. It is like you have to provide the actual information, and to get the more credit for your research, you should not manipulate according to your research, and secure the data manipulation should not be done, and the plagiarism, you should not copy from any other sources, and it has to be done in the ethical norm. The further considerations for this EHR implementation, even though health records tool is like it could be beneficial in so many ways, but it impact the healthcare sector in considerable issues, that is like a security, interoperability, and clinical burnouts. And the advantages, if you see that the operations are very good, and the medication system, it is like a very faster, and primary care and pharmacy care, and the integration system between the systems, so it will be much faster, and it is like you can get the past diagnostic follow-ups, and whenever the appointment scheduler, and you can manage your own health record and the hospital details and lab results and everything. It is very convenient for the patient, and also uh, it provides a faster accurate. And if you see, the advantages are there, but still there has to things which is need to be addressed, that is the security issues, providing three more layers of the security to the system, like login logout systems, proper login logout, and checking, and unentered systems. So the Other one is like the interoperability, as we discussed, is like more availability of data sources for the providers and the clinical burnouts. It is like informatics. You have to give the more robustness data, volumes of data, how to retrieve the data, and the technical issues. These need to be addressed to for the better implementation of the EHR. Thank you, and please post your comments.